All right, welcome back inside the Now Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as Natalie was discussing just now, the COVID-19 pandemic has definitely had an impact on everything. And some people have chosen, or some people were fortunate enough to be able to rise out of what the pandemic has brought us. And one of those people is Nevin Roach. Now, Nevin has founded Panograma. If you haven't heard about it, then I don't know if you've been under a rock or something. But Nevin, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, morning, Raucus.
All right, so last year when the pandemic hit, you came up with a brilliant idea to do Panograma. You took online and turned it into a space for Pan. Tell me about the inspiration for that.
Well, as you know, last year, much of the region, we were locked down. We couldn't go anywhere. So the main source of entertainment for us was hopping from lives on Instagram and Facebook. And I watched a particular live and I thought to myself, well, hey, I could probably do something like this for Pan, tweak it. I thought about bringing an entertaining panorama vibe to Instagram, and it was quick maths, panorama plus Instagram, Panograma, and there I was hosting an international competition.
What was the response like from people on the ground?
It was amazing. I mean, to sell it to the panists, it was a bit difficult because I was not known in the international community as it relates to Pan.
Right.
But, people like Duvon Stewart got wind of it and he started endorsing it. Pantry and Bagel eventually came on board. They endorsed it and they were a sponsor. So it was well received by the international community across the region. It got regional coverage in the media and so forth.
All right, fantastic. But say Pantry and Bagel came on board as a sponsor. Were there any other businesses that came on board to be able to provide financial assistance to the panists as well?
Yes, definitely. The number one Steel Pan app Gold, they did come on board last year. And this year we have, thankfully, I'm so happy that we have a number of new interested businesses. Sons of Steel, Pan Arts Network, Augustus Peters Steel Pans, Cooperators General Insurance here in Barbados, the Mallet Man, Ensol Music Designs, Eminio Caribbean, Pan Podium. So the interest in the financial support has definitely increased this time around.
All right. So then tell me about what's happening this year. What's different this year? What's new? What have you added to make the Panograma even more fantastic?
Well, last year, it was just an Instagram live, but this year, the audiovisual delivery of the competition is definitely going to improve. But most importantly, I wanted Panograma to be more than just another entertaining competition. So I have introduced a Knowledge for Success series, which was webinars on career guidance, personal and professional development, and musical development, which was delivered by persons within the Steel Pan community, such as Professor Liam Teague, Steel Pan veteran Natasha Joseph, and we also had communication specialist Stefan Campbell, who is a fellow Tobagonian as well, delivering part of that webinar series. And it was well received by all the participants.
Fantastic. It sounds like you have a nice lineup there, boy, Devin. All right. So tell me, how can people watch and how can people take part?
Well, the prelims are scheduled to take place from May 7th to 9th, the semifinals on May 13th, and finals will be on May 22nd. And it's all going down on Panograma social media pages, on Instagram at pano.grama, on YouTube, youtube.com/panograma, and on Facebook as well, Panograma.
Fantastic. So we have webinars, we have the actual competition. Tell me, who's judging this competition?
Well, we have the Paganini of Steel Pan, the one and only Professor Liam T. He's very much involved in Panograma, which has been dubbed the World Cup of Steel Pan, by the way. We have Steel Pan virtuoso Victor Provost out of the U.S. Virgin Islands. We have Mr. David Ziggy Walcott out of Barbados, Mr. O.J. Richards from Trinidad and Tobago, and Mr. Andy Chichester from Grenada. And they will be judging everything from the interpretation of the music to the presentation of the music. It's a very detailed criteria that they have to work with. So they will be looking at how the musicians present themselves dressed up, how they execute the music and their variations and solos.
Fantastic. And tell me about the best part, the prizes. What do these panists win if they win the competition?
Oh, I hope when I tell you about this, you don't try to come into the competition now, you know.
I can't play Panda good. I sure I can't enter.
Maybe you prepare for next year, but the top spot, the winner for Panograma 2021 will receive 1,000 US cash, and all expenses paid trip to perform for Sons and Steel in Canada, and a private session with Victor Provost. All the finalists will receive an appearance fee, and that will be partly sponsored by Pantrinbago. And there are going to be some grammar goodies. We try to make sure that everyone gets something out of it. So all our participants will receive a pair of pan sticks sponsored by Malletman. All the finalists will receive an Ensole pan pickup. That's new technology for miking your pants. And there's so much more.
Nevin, this is fantastic. I want to congratulate you on being able to take Pan online and put it up in this forum. And I see that you're improving as the years go by, because if you started last year and this year you're already able to have all of these additions, then I can only imagine what's going to come next. So congratulations to you, Nevin. And people, go check out Panograma.com. Go check them out on Instagram and get all the information. Nevin, thank you so much for joining us inside the Now Morning Show this morning. And congratulations on Panograma.
Thanks. And I look forward to see you tuning in as well.
Yes, for sure. And I go practice for next year.
Definitely.
All right. Take care.